A few weeks ago, I stumbled upon the fascinating history of boxing, and let me tell you, it's one heck of a journey. If you thought modern boxing was intense, wait till you hear about its origins. I've got so much to share with you guys about how this sport evolved into what we see today. I'm going to start by talking about the birth of modern boxing in 1867. You know, this was a game changer. The introduction of the Marquis of Queensberry rules completely revolutionized the sport. These rules weren't just some minor tweaks. They were the foundation of boxing as we know it. They mandated the use of gloves, which was a big deal back then. Can you imagine Bernacle fighting? Ouch! The rules also set the length of rounds to 3 minutes and established a 10 count for knockouts. It's like they took this raw, brutal sport and gave it structure and safety. This was the moment boxing started to look like the sport we recognize today. But that's not all. The real excitement kicked in with the first heavyweight championship in 1882. John L. Sullivan, man, what a beast! He became the first officially recognized heavyweight champion of the world. This guy was known for his strength and dominance. It's like he single-handedly popularized boxing in the US. Imagine being the first to hold that title. It must have been incredible. Sullivan's reign wasn't just about winning fights. It was about setting the stage for boxing to become a major sport. Now, let's talk about a real game changer. Jack Johnson. In 1908, this guy did something absolutely incredible. He became the first African American to win the heavyweight title. Can you believe it? In 1908. This wasn't just a big deal for boxing. It was huge for American social history. Johnson was breaking racial barriers left and right. His victory challenged all the racial prejudices of the time. It's like he stepped into the ring and punched racism right in the face. This moment was so much bigger than just a boxing match. But wait, it gets even better. The 1960s and 70s. Now that was the golden era of heavyweight boxing. We're talking about legends like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, and George Foreman. These guys weren't just boxers. They were global superstars. Ali, in particular, was something else. His charisma, his skill, his personality. He took boxing to a whole new level. Remember the fight of the century and the Rumble in the Jungle? These weren't just fights. They were global events. People all over the world were tuning in. It's like boxing had become this massive international spectacle. Then came the 1980s, and things got a bit complicated. We saw the formation of multiple boxing organizations. The WBC, WBA, IBF. Suddenly, we had multiple champions in each division. At first, I thought this was no big deal, but I was so dumb. This change had a huge impact. On one hand, it created debates about the legitimacy of titles, but on the other hand, it gave more opportunities to fighters and helped grow the sport even more. It's like boxing went from having one big highway to having multiple lanes, each with its own champion. Long story short, the history of boxing is a roller coaster of changes, challenges, and triumphs. From the introduction of gloves to breaking racial barriers, from legendary fights to the complexities of multiple titles, boxing has come a long way. It's a reflection of our society and how it's evolved over time. I hope you enjoyed this journey through boxing history as much as I did. If you want to hear more about sports history and cool facts like these, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support means the world to me and helps me bring more of this awesome content to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep punching, folks.